Good day. I welcome you to Jump Maths channel. My name is JANIS. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to my page, and if you've done so, thank you very much. Okay, today we have they said find the integral solutions of these equations: a plus b, ab plus c equal to 2020, and a plus bc equal to 2021. So these are two integral solutions that was given to us to solve. Now, for you to be able to solve this, the first thing you have to do, let's look at our solutions. Solution to this question. Now, looking at this very well, this is a simultaneous equation because it has what? An equation up and an equation down. Two equations given to us. Now, since it is a simultaneous equation, I have to subtract equation 2 from 1. So let's subtract equation 2 from 1. Let's bring back the equation. They gave us AB plus C equal to 2020. Let's name this equation 1. And they gave us A plus BC equal to 2021. Let's name this equation 2. So this is two equations. So first thing we'll do is what? Let's subtract equation 2 from 1. So we'll subtract equation 2 from 1. I'm subtracting this equation 2 from 1. So equation 2, or the first equation here, we'll have what? A minus AB. Then we'll have what? Plus BC minus, then we'll have what? Plus C here. Then we'll have equal to what? 2021 minus 2020. So this is what? We subtracted equation 2 from 1. So we have here as what? A minus AB plus BC, then plus times minus gives us a minus C equal to what? 2021 minus 2020 is equal to what? 1. Is equal to 1. So I have this after subtracting equation 2 from 1. Okay. So now if I have this particular question, what do I do here next? Now look at this very well. The only possible thing to here is to factorize. So I have to what? Factorize this particular equation. I have to factorize this particular what? Equation. Now if I'm factorizing particular equation, I'm looking at this very well. What's common here? A is common here. I'm looking at this very well here. C is common here. So I'm factorizing it from here. I'll share the equation into two parts. So I have what? A minus AB in brackets. Then I have what? In another bracket we have what? BC minus what? C in another bracket equal to what? 1. Alright, so what's common here? From this bracket, let's factorize this. What's common here? So what's common here is A. We'll have what? A. So if A to go into this bracket, we'll have it as what? 1. Minus A going here, we'll have what? Minus what? B. So what's common here? What's common here is what? Is minus C. So minus C is what's common here. Alright, so minus C going into this. What's common here is minus C. So minus C is going into this is what? If minus C should go into this, what are we left with? We are left with what? Become what? A minus B. So what's common here is minus C. So 1 minus C goes into this particular BC. We are left with just minus because C will cancel C, then B, then the minus sign. That's it. So minus C going to minus C is what? Plus 1, because minus times minus is plus, C will cancel C. So equal to what? 1. Now, this is what? The two brackets I have here as what? 1 minus B, and I have here as what? Minus B plus 1. For me to actually do this, I have to rearrange this particular, because B here is minus and B here is also minus. 1 here is positive sign and here is also what? A positive sign. So I can decide to say what? A 1 minus B, then minus C. I have to rearrange this. 1 here is still plus, then minus B. Minus B is still the same thing. I just want to rearrange my equation. Okay, so from here now, the two what? Brackets are what? Are the same. So I'll pick what? A minus C in the first bracket, then 1 minus B in the second bracket. They are both equal to what? 1. They are both equal to what? 1. Alright, so I'll move to this part. So if they are both equal to 1, that means, if I'm looking at this very well, I have A minus C. Let me bring this back. A minus C. Then I have what? 1 minus B equal to 1. Alright, now looking at this very well, you understand that B here can be substituted, but they have 2 unknown here and 1 unknown here. So I will decided to pick the one that is what? Unknown, which is just the B. Which is just what? B. Which is just B. Alright. So before I do that, I'll remember that the two what integrals of 1 is a plus 1 and minus 1 from here. So the two integrals of 1 is what? I have a plus 1 as the first factor and the minus 1 as the second factor, my integrals of 1 here, before bringing on my question here. So why bringing this here? Now I can decide to say 1 minus b is equal to what? 1. For me to get my value of b, that means this is equal to what? My b is equal to what? 0. My b is equal to what? 0. That means if b is going over, it becomes positive, 1 comes over, so 1 minus 1. So my b is equal to what? 0. This is my first factor of what? First integral what? Number of what? Answer for b. This is my first answer for b for the first integral. I'm looking for two integrals. So I'm first integral of b. Now, looking at b as the first one, remember this is my 1. Let me use this as 1. Alright, this is my 1. This is my first integral of what? B. First b here is what? Is 0. Alright. Now looking at this very well, I can decide to say, okay, anywhere I see b, I put what? 0. I'll substitute b as 0 from what? My equations. Substitute b as 0 from my equations to get my letter c and letter a. So I've gotten b as the first integral. Remember, for a positive 1, what I use here for a positive 1, that's for the positive 1. For the positive 1, my b is equal to what? 0. For the positive 1, let me make it this way. Alright, good. For positive 1, my b is equal to 0. Remember, the two integrals of 1 is plus 1 and minus 1. For positive 1, my b is equal to 0. So I want to get the a and the b, the other two letters. So for me to be able to get that, I can decide to say, substitute b as 0 from what? Equation 1 or equation 2, any equation I want to. Substitute b as 0. So let's say from equation 1, let's say b as what? 0. So what's my equation 1? This is my equation 1. My equation 1 is what? ab plus c equal to what? 20. Alright, b is at 0. Here I see p, I put 0. A, open bracket, b is 0. Then plus c equal to what? 20. Alright, so that means what? My c here is equal to what? 20. I've gotten my answer for what? C. I've gotten c. Still on the positive integral. I've gotten a and I've gotten c. Now to get b, I also substitute what? B as what? 0 from what? Anywhere I see b, I'll put what? 0 from any equation. I've gotten it as what? At c. As what? C. So from my equation 1, I'll substitute what? Anywhere I see what? My b, I have to put what? Still put 0 from equation. I did 1, so from equation 2 this time. From equation 2 this time for me to get my letter c from equation 2. So equation 2, b as 0. So my equation 2, this is my equation 2. My equation 2 is what? A plus bc equal to 21. Alright, so anytime I see b, I put 0. So now becomes what? A plus b is 0. So that was 0. Then here is c equal to what? 21. So that means this is same thing as 0. 0 times c is 0. So my a is equal to what? 2021. Alright, so for the first what? Integral solution. For the first integral solution, I was able to get what? My b as 0. I was able to get my c as 2021, 2020, which is here. Then I was able to get my what? A as what? 2021. So these are the values. So let me write it down properly. So I have to get I've gotten my a as what? 2021. So I've gotten my what? For my what? First integral, I've gotten b as 0, c as 2020, and a as 2021. That's for what? The positive integral. That's when my integral is a positive one. Alright. So now let's go with the question when is a negative integral. Now bring back my what? My question. Remember here I said what? A minus c in brackets, a minus b in another bracket. For positive one, that's what I solved. I got this. Now for negative one. So let's bring back the equation. So having my equation as this, a minus c, then I also have what? 1 minus b, then equal to what? A negative 1. What I did initially was a positive 1. So good. Now, these are two unknowns. So I'll pick the one that have just one unknown, which is b. So after picking b, so it now becomes what? My b, and I have it as 1 minus b equal to what? Minus 1. So my b here is equal to what? When this moves, it equals what? 2. So my b here is what? 2. I've gotten my b as 2. First thing, I've gotten my B as 2. So good. The same process applied in the first one. Substitute B as 2 from equation 1 to get C. Then substitute B as what? 2 from equation 2 to get A for the second integral. So let's move to the other part. I have my equation what? This is my equation 1. So substitute B as what? 2 from equation 1. So we say what? Substitute B as what? 2 from what? Equation 1. Alright. So if I substitute B as 2 from equation 1, let's bring my equation 1. My equation 1 is this. AB plus C equal to 2020. So I have that what? AB plus C equal to what? 2020. Then anywhere I see what B, I put what? 2. So it becomes what? A, B is here, that's 2, plus C equal to what? 2020. Alright? So opening brackets, I have it as what? 2A plus C equal to what? 2020. 2A plus C equal to what? 2020. Now to get my C, I have to what? It becomes what? Okay, this is my what? This is the first value, so I can't get C from here first. Then this from equation 1, then I have to what? Also substitute B as what? 2 from equation 2. B as 2 from equation 2. So I've gotten this. Let me name this equation 3. I'll name this equation 3. Then substitute what? B as 2 from equation 2. So let me make my equation 2. Then the next thing I'll do is what? Substitute B as what? 2 from equation 2. And bring my equation 2. So my equation 2 is this. A plus BC equal to 2021. A plus BC equal to 2021. So that anyway I see what? My B, I put 2. Remember, this is my equation 2. Then it becomes what? A plus B is now here. I'll put 2C equal to what? 2021. Alright. So let me name this equation 4. I'm naming this equation 4 because I have to pick equation 3 and equation 4 together. So therefore, I'll have what? My equation 3, which is what? 2A plus C equal to 2020. Then my equation 4, which is what? A plus 2C equals to what? 2021. Right. So I derived that this because I'm looking for what? The second integral, which is what? The first one I've gotten my answer as B equal to 0, C equal to 2020, and A equal to 2021. Then for me to actually do that, this is for the positive integral. Remember there are 2 integrals here. For the positive one, now for the negative one, I have to write this out using the negative value. Then the only one I can use here is just B, because B is the only unknown from this particular word, bracket. So my B is now 2. I'm substituting B as 2 from equation 1, and also repeat that in equation 2. So repeating it in equation 1 gave me this, which I named equation 3. Then repeating that as equation 2 gave me this, which I also named equation 4. Now from this I have another simultaneous equation. Alright, so what do I do here? Now I want to eliminate one value. So I'll eliminate one value. So that means I'll have to multiply this equation. Which I want to get this. Now I have to multiply equation what? Equation 2. This last equation, this equation 2, which represents my equation 4. I have to multiply by 2. After multiplying by 2 to remain the value of what? A. To relate value of what? A. So that means what? I have it as what? 2A minus A, which is what? This part also represents 2A minus 2A. I follow in some, I'm minusing it. Then I have it as what? This minus, this time this is what? 4C. That's plus 4C. Then minus what? Plus C equal to what? This time this is what? 40 what? 2 minus 20. Good. 40 42 minus 20. So this becomes what? This will eliminate this. So I'm left with what? 4C minus C equal to what? 40 minus 20 gives me what? 2022. Yes, 2022. So this minus give me, so this becomes what? 3C equal to what? 2022. So my divided both side by 3, divide both side by 3, is 3 cancel 3. My C here now becomes give me what? 674. 674. Right, 674. So 20 divided by 3 gives me 674. So now for me to get my value of what? A. So I'll substitute what? C. Substitute C as 674 from equation 3. Substitute C as 674 from equation 3, which is this. So this is my equation 3. I'm substituting C as 6, 7, 4. 6, 7, 4. So let me read my equation 3. My equation 3 is what? 2A I have plus C equal to what? 20, 20. So anyway I see C, I put my 6, 7, 4. So I have what? 2A plus C becomes what? 6, 7, 4 equal to 20, 20. Right? So now becomes what? 2A equal to what? 20, 20 minus 674. 20, 20 minus 6. So I'll use this part of the board. So let's come back to this part. Let me use this part of the board. Alright, so let me move to this part of the board. This part is filled up. Alright, so from this part, I have what? 2A equal to 2020 minus 674. So now because let me bring back here. 2A equal to what? 2020 minus 1674. Alright, so I'm looking for the value of A here. So it becomes what? My 2A equal to 2020 minus 674. So what do I do here? Divide both side by 2, divide side by 2, and this part by 2. So 2 will cancel 2. My A now be equal to what? 2020 minus 674 give me 1,346. Yes, divided by what? 2. So A equal to 1,346 divided by 2 gives me what? 673. Good. So this is my what? Value of A. So therefore, first integral, I have A. My first integral, my A is what? First integral, my A, I got my A as 2021. Then I got my B as 0. And I got my C as 2020. This is my first integral. So the second one, I have A, I have B, and I have C. So the second one, I got my A as 673. I got my B as 2, good. Then I got my C as 674. So these are the two integrals of the solutions. AB plus C equals 2020 and A plus BC equals to 2021. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your video. So like and subscribe to my page and add a comment if you have any questions. See you in our next class.